Wawawiwa! Hello, everybody! Thank you for joining me, Kamhanan, as we do another shooting gallery where I shoot my shot and will hopefully giving the demo of a game the justice it deserves. So, well, the game that we have on tonight's firing line is it's a job sim type game. I love a good job sim game, especially, and you know what, a lot of them tend to follow a similar sort of pattern in terms of criteria. Job sim games usually have PSX style graphics usually, and that's great. I love it. They usually have VHS styles type of filters on. I don't think this particular game has it, but I mean you get the similar sort of vibes. Low fidelity, and I guess a lot of them sort of are horror related, which is fantastic. So I mean it's becoming, if it hasn't already, a type of subgenre of retro horror. Retro horror games. So I mean, we're going to play the demo of a game called Night Plane. So again, a job sim game, and for those who aren't aware or have gathered from the title, you play as a stewardess. I think it's a stewardess. Well, sorry, that's probably not the most PC term. A flight attendant. There we go. You play as a flight attendant, new on the job. It's your first flight, and and of course, being your first flight, you're going to encounter things you have to get used to. Usually it's turbulence, or got to get used to the clientele. You don't know what type of people you're going to end up sort of serving on the plane. But on top of that, you got to deal with anomalies. You got to deal with terrifying incidents. You got to deal with horror. So I mean, it sounds like the recipe for a great game. And I've traveled a few times before, and I don't think I would suit a flight attendant, but at least I can project myself in a flight attendant job sim game without having to deal with all the the intricacies of having to satisfy customers. So okay, this is going to be Night Plane, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Over here. Hey. Hi there. You're dressed like you're with Plane Airlines, but I haven't seen you before. Oh right, you must be the new flight attendant. Your captain asked me to walk you through a quick training exercise. Yeah, that'd probably be a bit more appropriate, but the captain said she couldn't make it. Hold up. Just finishing off my dinner. Give me a second. Thanks. No, not really. Odd flavor today. Tastes a bit metallic, like the meat's too rare. Let's get started on this orientation script I'm meant to walk you through. Because honestly, after giving it a skim read, it's pretty bizarre. I think the captain must have given me the wrong document by accident. Hey, you'll have to bear with me. These instructions are pretty weird. It's got stuff about use move to walk around, but I saw you walk in here, so I feel we can skip that. Then it says approach an NPC and press talk to enter conversation with them. I don't know what an NPC is meant to be, but I guess it's referring to me. There's more stuff in the script, but it says we have to finish this conversation first. I hope this is making sense to you, because it just seems like complete nonsense to me. Moving on. To take an item an NPC is holding, look at and press interact. Do this now. Hey, I need that. Give it back. Thanks. Look, I'm not enjoying this either, but I'm going to need you to cooperate so we can wrap this up. Anyway, hold sprint to run. Running will be very important later. Please attempt to run now. Thank you for... Hey, you can't run off now. We're not done. Thank you for demonstrating you can run. Press crouch to crouch. It is important to remember that you can crouch. It is necessary for reaching some hidden locations and also helps you to hide from dangerous creatures. Press crouch. Again, stop crouching. Want me to repeat the last line? That's fine. Press crouch. Again, stop crouching. You will need a torch. A torch has been included in your... Oh shit. A torch has been included in your complimentary Plane Airlines employee starter pack, which I put somewhere over there. Sorry, I didn't realize it was meant for you. Thought it was some passengers' abandoned luggage. If it helps, the script says to press interact to pick things up and put them down. I think the pack just looks like a totally generic cardboard box. It says to open the box, press interact to open it up. Then it says some special... Actually, wait. What am I doing? Come back over here, so I don't have to keep yelling. Thanks. Want me to repeat the last line? That's fine. Thanks. Some special items, like the flashlight, are permanently stored in your inventory when picked up. Press toggle torch to pull out your flashlight. Press toggle torch again to put the flashlight away. Press toggle inventory to open and close your inventory. There are many kinds of objects you can interact with, and some have special behaviors when interacted with. We encourage you to explore your environment and experiment with interacting with any objects that have a distinctive yellow outline. Do you see any outlines around things? Did you learn that in flight school? And with that, we're finally done. Well, that's over with. Want me to repeat the last line? You sure? This might be important. Alright then. Looks clear to me. I said you're good to go. Do you want to get held up by security on your first day? There's still time. You want to get a coffee before we start boarding? Who was that? Really? How would some punk even know how to dial for a specific game? Oh, very odd. I'm advertising hot dogs for pie in the sky. Hey man, I don't tell you how to do your job. That's crazy. Those crazy ones. They locked me in that room. A rubber room. A rubber room full of rats. And rats make me crazy. Crazy? Those crazy ones. They locked me in that room. Coisa? Are you sure? Oh, that's... Oh, I'm sure the pilot has his reasons, but that doesn't make it... What happens to me? Merda. I wish I hadn't asked. What's a cycle pump? Seems silly for it to be stuck in there, but I guess if I had to pick for myself, I would choose the same. Yeah, I agree. The eavesdrop is quite rude. Let's just wait and see if they leave. What a weirdo. Bonza. Fancy a refresher on the boarding process? Just turn on the computer to start. It'll do an automated boarding call and the passengers will start to queue up. Scanning is easy. Just take a passenger's boarding pass and place it right there on the scanner. The boarding pass is legit, give it back to the passenger and just tell them to board the plane. If there's a problem with their pass, or if they seem suspicious, you are allowed to refuse them. Also, feel free to interrogate them a bit. You're the one in charge here, and if they don't respect that, they ain't flying on my plane. Now, did you get all that? Or do you want me to go over it again? Too easy. And here's the boarding checklist. On that. Airlines, I'd like to welcome you to flight PA 665 bound for Te Whangarui Atara, Wellington. Now please do enjoy service from our fantastic cabin crew and don't hesitate to let them know
Have you always been there, or like exactly? Yeah, no. Close to mine, like exactly. Yeah, it's still living in the world. So that like the home, those who take over and other guys, yeah.
Ladies and the gentry, that was Night Plane. I hope you guys enjoyed that playthrough. I mean, I enjoy it. I don't think I've ever sort of played. Well, I haven't played too many, but so far the ones I've played, I haven't played many sort of horror job sim games that have been lackluster. I mean, like, okay, I've been playing demos, but of course, like, you can already tell from the beginning, you know, if a game is, you know, yay or nay. But definitely, this game has the recipe for disaster, but in a good way. I mean, because it's a playtest. Sorry, I said demo, but sorry, this is a playtest. I mean, it says demo there, Night Plane demo, but officially on the actual game page on Steam, it's a playtest. So maybe we're just using the term demo and playtest quite synonymously. Maybe that's what we're doing. But hey, look, what they're offering, it could be a vertical slice of the game, or it could be a proof of concept. It's hard to tell. Mainly because I think what we're sort of playing runs a little bit too fast, in the sense that I was expecting a little bit more padded out sort of situations, because obviously we're on the plane, and I don't know if the majority of the game will take place on the plane, or it's more episodic. I have a feeling it's a one narrative playthrough, rather than an episode of different flights that you take. Who knows? It could be, but I mean, it feels like you're just a one single character, and then you're playing the game in a continuous format. So in a way, when you're at the terminal, I was sort of expecting that maybe there'd be a lot more things to do before you board. It does seem that way, because there's that janitor closet that I wasn't able to open. Yada yada yada. Premise is awesome. I mean, I really love the gameplay loop, the sort of tasks you have to do. That's definitely a really good insight, I would say. But more like, it's not a boring series of gestures to do in order to fulfill your role as a flight attendant. One thing that sort of did, hopefully they can remedy, was when you sort of pull up your notes. It says that when you by tapping tab or J, you should be able to get your post-its of tasks to do. But on the keyboard, by tapping it, you don't really get what they're trying to convey with that particular gesture. Mainly because when you tap it, the notes come in and out, and when you hold on too long, you end up bringing up the page full of instructions. You can see in my playthrough, I've been doing that quite often, only because I'm trying to sort of get that pressure right. But it works well, I think, with a scroller, but I didn't map it to a scroll. I don't know if you're able to, but I mean, it doesn't break the game at all. Not at all. So I mean, it's just food for thought, really, to sort of make an even better game the same better game. Just something just to make it more comfortable to sort of use that particular function. Okay guys, that is me. Hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. That was Night Plane, and I will see you next time. Until then, peace out. Yeah.